Welcome back to another episode of the Wrestles Bros podcast. Keith?
Keith.
And Rudy.
Rudy.
Thank you.
Probably one of the biggest things in the news this past week. Jeff Jarrett stepping down.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that until you told me tonight. I had no idea.
I got no sports updates or anything
Nothing.
on that.
No idea.
But I think their major shareholder is looking to get out of wrestling.
Well, yeah, because... Well, I don't think wrestling, because it's hard to compete with WWE. I just wish someone would give Ring of Honor a TV deal. Like, a legit TV deal. Like, put Ring of Honor where Global Force is.
Well, I think right now it's between WWE and ROH for who's going to get it.
Well, if WWE gets it, then forget about it, you know.
But I don't know if they would really want those people in it.
Well, what do you... Yeah.
So, there's many different things going on. Rudy, any thoughts on this?
Well, one thing that comes to mind about this whole situation is the fact that Global Force would be up for sale.
It's what it seems like.
Well,
Yeah.
If that's the case,
To
then
see who would be the majority shareholder.
And what sucks is that this is like Jarrett's baby, in a sense. He was the
And
one
they
who
were
created
just coming back around with it.
Yeah, but I feel like there's still a lot of drama going on from Impact. Like, they screwed up by giving Patron the title, and then the whole ordeal with Paige in New Orlando Airport, and it's kind of like, well, shit, we just did the exact same thing that happened when Jeff Hardy got caught and busted for drugs. It's exactly the same thing.
and had a very embarrassing match with Sting and resulted in a quick pin.
That may have been the worst match I've ever watched in my life. To watch
We've
Jeff
seen
Hardy.
James Ellsworth in the ring.
Yeah, but his matches are mostly squash matches. Except for his matches with AJ, which were actually decent. But that's because he's wrestling AJ.
All right, well, that's pretty much that. I mean, there'll be more on that. More of what
Hopefully
happens
soon,
probably in the
coming
next
along
week or
in the next
two.
week.
We had, back to Ellsworth, him and Carmella kind of having a little tiff and getting kissed by her. And then smacked.
With makeup stuck on his face.
Yeah,
Oh,
all over
yeah.
his face. But I mean, at that point, he's probably like,
I like how she made a comment about him not having a chin.
and he agreed with it.
At least he's a good sport.
You're right. I'm ugly.
At least at least he's a good sport.
He was.
So, that was good. That was a really good promo by her, though. A real scathing heat promo. Like, heel-wise. That was really good.
Asuka steps down as NXT Women's Champion, and she is now on her way to the main roster.
The hunt.
When she recovers. But, yeah, I was shocked. I mean, granted, it's the way it should have happened. Her just saying...
She finishes
There's nothing
undefeated.
Yeah,
was good.
that was the one thing I was happy about. The one thing I was wishing they did. So, they did the right call.
That's pretty much the main news for this past week.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on. Although Enzo Amore is the number one contender for the...
But he's going to get
Neville is going to
by
wrestle.
So, did you guys
circles
actually
around.
see on WWEshop.com the custom Enzo Cruiserweight title belt?
No.
It was up for pre-order, and it was like a leak or something, and like they took it down, and it was a belt with like leopard, like stripes on
Usually
it.
when they do something like that and fuck up, they end up switching it to make it like, yep, yeah, that never happened. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just,
Granted, I never thought he would win the title anyway. Yeah, he's over as hell because he's hilarious. But
good.
Well, this week, it wasn't too much. We got, what? The next pay-per-view is going to be Hell in a Cell?
no mercy.
No Mercy, No Mercy.
The Raw pay-per-view first and then
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell.
No mercy.
Yes.
So we got a little bit of a lull. We don't have all the matches ready for you yet.
Yeah.
So we're going to decide what our top 5 favorite finishers in the WWE today.
Right now.
That's 205 Live, NXT.
Anything WWE related right now, those finishers,
Yep.
we will decide.
So from here, like always, we're just going to start right from my right. They keep switching. But Keith,
Yep.
Number
well,
5.
Now that we have been told that me and Rudy like to switch and flip-flop a lot, we'll hopefully have assigned seats soon like we're back in grade school. All right. My number 5, Sister Abigail.
Okay.
I think it's just a good move. It's impactful. It's almost like Crossroads in a sense. But it looks nasty.
It does.
It looks vicious.
It was one of those
And-
ones that was right on the cusp of making my list.
Yeah, it's a nice finisher. I like it. It's impactful. I just like it. Granted, because I'm a big Bray Wyatt fan, but yeah. But yeah, that's my number 5.
Man, all right. My number 5 is the F5.
Okay.
That was on the cusp. I do love the F5.
When you see it, it's
more
one
than
of those.
just like a classic power move.
But it's
It's just something cool, though.
Yeah.
And the fact he could do it to bigger people, too, is what makes it even
every
cooler.
time they go over onto Brock's shoulders and he does that F5, you're just like, all right, well, the match is over. You know, for the most part, look, unless it's like a match you know that's going to go on for a long time, it's going to be a good one. Maybe that first F5 won't do it, but as soon as they're on his shoulders, you're like, okay, well, that was a.
Yeah.
It is impactful
Not only that,
when he does it.
sometimes he catches people out of nowhere. He just goes
Yeah.
like,
But when he hits
holy shit.
people bounce, and then they.
Yeah.
Well, that's because he gives them
That's
air.
how much
that.
impact
Yeah.
they have after. Yeah.
And the fact he I mean, like, I've seen him do it to Big Show, and Big Show was almost 500
Yep.
pounds, or
Yeah.
it was 500 pounds. So
And this is dating back to
now-
SmackDown in like the 2000s.
yeah, but now he could do it to still those big guys. He did it to Big Show a couple of years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago or so. He did it to Mark Henry.
He could do it.
a couple
Probably
of
do
years
it to
ago.
Strowman now.
Oh, he could easily do
Yeah.
it to Strowman.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
could easily do it to Strowman. That's
yeah.
an easy one.
Number 5, F5.
I like the move.
For me, it's the Gokina Clutch.
I do like it. I do love Joe's finisher. I've always liked Joe's finishers.
I just like the way that he puts on his finisher.
Because it's vicious.
Yeah.
He sells it the right way. Yeah, I like it.
There's not really much to say about it. But
It's just vicious. It's mean. He looks like he's actually trying to choke you the fuck out.
And every
and
time,
it looks like he's choking you the fuck out.
and every time I hear the Coquina Clutch, I think Coca Cabana.
You would.
It's catchy.
Okay, moving on
Say.
to number 4.
My number 4 is from the Cruiserweight division in 205 Live, Neville's Red Arrow.
Okay.
It's because it's one of those finishers where you see it and it just looks cool. It's really cool.
It is. Like, the first time actually watching him do that was just...
What? You were in awe.
I must be watching WCW. They ain't got no cruiserweights like that no more.
Okay, so maybe went Southern.
I'm Southern.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No.
I'm Southern.
You're as Southern as Jimmy Wang Yang.
That he was Southern. He was. He was totally Southern.
You're just an Asian from Georgia, guys. Leave me alone.
He wasn't
But
bad
yeah.
either.
Yeah, but
Red Arrow does come up on my list for my number 3.
yeah.
So,
But it's just a cool, entertaining move. It's something different. We haven't seen a move like that because they were kind of... At one point, WWE was kind of scaling back on the whole acrobatic stuff. Like, they banned the 450 at one point.
they were just
They
afraid their superstars were going to get
Well, yeah, because
hurt.
some of the guys back in the day did get hurt off of those moves, and holy shit, you
got
scared the
scared
crap
by the
out of me.
cat.
But, yeah. I do enjoy it. I think it's great.
Okay, Rudy?
Cat scared the shit out of me.
Yes,
Yeah, he does that. If you watch the beginning of the video and look closely, he is sticking his head in a box. Here he goes again.
There he goes. He's probably going to knock over the camera. Oh, and he avoided it.
Okay, Rudy, number 4.
Number 4 is the bank statement in the women's division.
All I have to say, Rudy, is
Same.
my number 4 is the bank statement.
Right.
That move was on the cusp for me. I do like it.
But for me,
when I
it's the
see
same
that
thing
move,
as Joe, the way that she
puts it on.
puts it on
Exactly.
people.
She just looks like she's pissed off too when she's doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
She looks like she's trying to rip your head
fucking-
backwards.
done with you.
Well, she's also a big Eddie Guerrero fan, and she does like Chris Benoit. She just can't admit it on live TV. But, you know, that's
all know.
kind of a
We
Chris
all know.
Benoit.
Come on now.
Yeah.
It's just like from a backbreaker into that whole setup.
She can really slide out onto people at almost any moment.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite bank statement is when she had Charlotte on the railing.
Oh,
on
and the
one
thing.
Raw. I
Yeah.
was like, holy crap, that is awesome. And then
That was cool. That was an
the
awesome
tap out
moment.
right there. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. That's probably why, like one of the big reasons why she's still my favorite on the women's division. You know, so
Even though she can't defend the title for shit.
Yeah.
they just don't want her to. Apparently. Here you go. Here's the title. All right, and it's gone.
Apparently, she's getting fed up with WWE. Can you imagine her leaving? Because she's tired of that. Imagine her going to New Japan.
people
Or
are
just
Imagine the
or-
fan base, how they would feel
the
about
If
backlash.
they
Though.
finally get
if
yeah,
she's like,
if she's
I'm done with
gone.
what you guys are doing.
Yeah, but apparently fans are getting tired of her because of some of the shit she's
Which
doing.
is why-
outside.
Go watch my rant on why is our fans never satisfied.
No, I know, but it was because of the one incident. I think it was after SummerSlam where her and her husband were in New York. Her fans were chanting for her, and they were trying to call her over, talk to her. She just went, grabbed the pizza, walked right away from him, didn't even oblige him. Didn't even say hi, didn't say nothing. I was like, and I understand because, they don't get much privacy, and she's with her husband. She probably just wants to eat pizza. She's probably hungry as fuck because she probably starved herself to look good for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, fuck it. I want pizza. I'm in New York. I just competed a lot. I'm tired. I'm going to hang out with my husband and just chill. And I understand that. I totally get
Because
that.
the second she goes over, she's basically gonna have to
She would
take
have
a
to take
picture,
pictures.
and then sign,
sign
thing
autographs.
after thing.
The only thing I would have done if I was her was just been like
Like a
hey
shout-out,
guys,
like a-
just like, hey guys, and wave.
Yeah.
That's it. She didn't even do that. So I could see why people were upset that way. But, I think fans need to realize she's busy. She
Hey,
doesn't
man.
have a lot of free time.
Jericho,
Like, give her some time.
when he used to go out in
Jericho
public
just
and
had an
stuff.
incident, too.
I know, but he used to stay in character when he was heel.
Yeah.
And he was even in an elevator at one point with a guy and his kid, and the kid wanted a picture and autographs. Like, hey man, my kid really loves you and stuff, and he wouldn't say a word or look at him, and he just walked out the elevator.
Well, yeah, he's trying to keep kayfabe around. So.
I'm just saying,
Jericho.
yeah, but
Yeah.
And that 08 heel run, he had to be escorted out of the building by police because people were going after him. Some old lady tried to beat the shit out of him in his car. He hit the old lady with his car door to get her off of him because she was going to town on Jericho. He was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you,
the life of a
stupid
heel.
idiot?"
Well, since we're gonna skip me for technically 2 rounds, because
Yeah, so we had
bank
4,
statement, and then
your
boom,
third.
3.
Oh, my phone keeps going off every time I go to look at the list.
Oh no.
I know. First world
First
problems.
world problems.
Boo.
Great minds think alike.
We are keep.
Third favorite move, coup de grace
Okay.
by Finn Balor. Only because it's cool. It's a high flying move, but it's impactful at the same time.
But I think with the coup de grace, it looks great. He hurts himself more often than anyone else.
I agree, but it still looks cool. It's fun. It's fun to watch.
Like watching him do it, and then ankle problem. Stop doing it. No. Oh crap! And you're rolling on the ground.
Yeah.
Finn.
Yeah,
But I mean, it is a cool move to watch.
it is, and it looks like it hurts.
It probably does.
I'd probably poop myself.
Yeah, just Braun Strowman should try doing it.
Don't worry, guys, I got this. You ready? Oh, please don't do it.
It'd be like jumping on a thing of Play-Doh. Just
It's like when Vader used to do a moonsault.
Oh my god, yeah, but that was pretty cool.
it's graceful.
Yeah, it was, but do you want to take a Vader moonsault?
Oh, that's like a cannonball being fired.
That's what I'm saying. It would probably hurt, and it's not something I would sign up for unless I was making a fuck ton of money.
We will give you $1 million if you take that from Vader.
Okay,
You got it.
I would sign up instantly. Even 100K, I would do it.
Totally worth it.
100K. Give me $100.
You are a brave man. You're a very brave man.
$100.
Okay, Brody, your trace.
My number 3, Glorious DDT by Bobby Roode.
Oh, you had to go there. I hate DDTs as finishers. I really do. And don't get me wrong, it looks great. It does. But why does... It's the same as the dirt. I hate the Dirty Deeds DDT.
Well,
I hate Alexa Bliss's DDT. What makes that DDT any more different than when someone just does a normal DDT?
It's
the
glorious.
It's
same-
glorious. It's
Okay.
Bobby Roode.
Put a name in front of it or change the name of it.
Exactly.
It's still a fucking DDT.
This is Keith's Wrestling Rants,
This
episode
is one of
1.
my wrestling rants, and I've said this before with other people.
But then
If
what's
it's a
so
move-
good about the AA?
See, I've argued that as well.
Yeah.
You know I don't like that move. I think it's a stupid move. No, my thing is like, okay, someone can hit... Okay, hypothetically, someone goes, let's say, like, it's Dean Ambrose versus any random person on the roster, Seth Rollins or anyone. Rollins could give just a random DDT. Won't put Ambrose away. Ambrose does a DDT, and the match is over.
Because it's,
what's the difference?
because it's his DDT.
Because it's
got
special.
something.
In the stats
Okay.
of their character, when Ambrose does a DDT, he has bonus buffs. Damage.
Exactly.
It's the
Exactly.
same as anyone. I don't know. I never liked it.
It's the Ambrose attack.
Even when Mankind, Mick Foley, all of his characters did that DDT, the double underhook DDT, I didn't like it. I don't like Drew Galloway's Future Shock DDT or whatever. I just don't think if it's a normal move set that someone uses in a match, it shouldn't be a finisher, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. Do some DDTs look really cool? Absolutely. If they do something like, say they did it off the top rope or something, fine. But if you're just doing a normal, like, up, I'm on the ground, up, caught you, drop. Stupid. It's the same as, like, the pile driver, even though the Tombstone pile driver is, like, one of the coolest.
And all it is
finishers ever.
turning you around.
Yeah, but it was also the presentation with how he pinned you is the other thing.
Yeah,
but like,
his cock.
and because pile drivers are banned now, so you don't even see them. Besides that, that's what makes that one special. You don't see it often. I see a DDT in almost every fucking match. It's not special.
There goes my number 3 choice.
Ate you apart.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. For me, and it's something I've kind of vocalized before.
But I mean,
It's
that
just
can be
how
said
I am.
about almost everyone's finisher. Even some of the grappling finishers. People put them on all the time. People put on crossfaces all the time.
No, I know, and
But that's
what
not
I don't
everyone's
like.
finisher.
But back then, no one put on a crossface but Benoit.
Yeah.
But it's the same. It's the same as the super kick.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels was the only one who
That
did
was a
super
finisher
kicks.
at one point.
Everyone does a friggin' super kick now. Everybody. It's
I
not
mean,
special anymore.
The
Young Bucks super kick people 20 times in a match. It doesn't win a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the power bomb's the same way too as the DDT.
Yeah.
You have the pop-up powerbomb. You have people like The Last Ride.
Yeah, but you get a little more air on those. But I agree with that. I feel like it's like, okay, if it's a normal powerbomb, fine. But if they add a little something to it, like Kevin Nash with his the jackknife, he picked you up, and as soon as you're up in the air, you don't even have a second before you're thrown down. Like, most powerbombs, you're sitting there, boom. The Last Ride, he picks you up, like, way above his head. And Undertaker's tall as hell. So you're, like, 9-10 feet in the air before he finally just drops you with all of his weight. You know, pop-up powerbomb, you get a little bit of air. You're up in the air. But, you know, DDT, the only difference is with those. He hooked his arms.
Just like the way Bobby Roode does it.
Yeah.
No,
Bobby Roode pulls
agree.
off the fantastic
I know.
reverse DDT.
Look, for my thing,
I like it too, Rudy.
I do. I like the finisher, but I'm just saying
You
as
hate-
a whole, I hate the fact that, I like the way it looks, but I hate the fact that a DDT is a finisher. It's the concept.
You could have just said that instead of.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, but I went on a little rant, and I apologize. I stole your thunder of doing a wrestling
alright.
rant.
Yeah,
I won't let it happen again.
it's okay.
Okay, so my number 3, Red Arrow. Next, number 2.
Number 2 for me is...
His memory's a little
Please.
shaky. He's got to look it up.
Do I have to come back to you?
No, I have it.
Okay.
The Claymore kick. I like the Claymore kick by Drew Galloway. Mostly because he's a big dude doing like a running one-legged kick. And as he does it, it looks impactful. It looks like, for me, if it's a finisher, it has to look like it's actually gonna hurt. It looks like it's something that will actually put someone away.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, well,
So that's my definition of a finisher. It actually ends the match.
Rudy's your next one, another DDT.
no. My next one's actually Red Arrow. Moving on.
So we all had the red arrow. All right.
The Kinshasa.
Fair. I like
Same
that.
thing. It's just running and boom.
It
Knee.
hits you.
Yeah. You're done.
And your lights go out.
I would not
He
want to be
broke-
like, okay, he's going to go through. Let's tell you. What?
He broke Joe's jaw.
Yeah.
So, and he also popped Aries' eye socket. So, like I
Powerful
said,
move.
powerful move ends the match. It's over.
Should try doing that to you,
Claymore
Keith.
kick is a 6'5", 250+ pound ball of muscle kicking you in the face. You are done. That's why I like it.
Better than Aleister Black's kick.
It looks cool.
It is so slow watching him like.
Well, he has to slow down because he has to make sure he doesn't go. If he goes full speed, he may actually connect and seriously knock the guy out. Granted, even with him going slow, it still looks cool, and he knocks. It looks like he's still going to knock
it's just
one out.
how slow it comes on. Like that's a move that he could just pull out mid-match, but you could always see it coming from a mile away when he's setting it up.
Well, yeah, because he dazes you. He hits you with something beforehand. Is usually how the match works. That'll change once he's not like pushed to the moon or whatever. But don't get me wrong, I love Aleister Black. I think he's great.
That's my only down part to Aleister Black is
They'll probably give him other stuff in the future when it comes to it, because he will lose matches at some point. Right now, they're just building him up to be like a next big thing, which is fair. I do like him being the next big thing on the roster.
So I guess before we go to number one, like we always do, our honorable mentions. I have an honorable mention. I'm not going to do it because for some reason I just see it being Rudy's number one. So I'm not going to do it.
You can do it after Rudy makes his number one.
Yes.
We'll
Well,
do that.
that's because we're talking about.
I don't actually know what his is. I do know Keith's because we both agree that the move is great.
The number one.
Yes.
Our number one's not my honorable mention.
Not our honorable mention.
It's his number one.
For one of my first honorable mention, the RKO. It's been around for so long,
Diamond Cutter.
but I mean it's
It's
just
such
getting
a protected finisher.
it's just getting a little boring for me watching it over and over.
See, like, don't get me wrong. I did like the RKO back in the day. I like the fact he can hit it out of nowhere. But I feel like that move is so protected. I feel there are more powerful, impactful moves that people will kick out of besides the RKO.
Yeah.
Like the RKO, I feel like you
the
can kick out of.
the DDT that he does when he drags you.
I would like him to do that because it's different.
Yeah, but he's so known for the RKO for so long, they're not going to be like,
Yeah.
It is
Take
his
this away.
initials.
Well, they gave him the punt.
yeah, they did.
They did give him the punt for a while. He was doing that and said RKO, guys.
And then that was more
And I took that away. That was a sad day in WWE.
honorable mention, Keith, the KO punch.
The Big Show? No. Superman punch, you were close. No. No, I'm kidding. I hate that. That may be the worst thing I've ever heard. Looks like he's getting ready to go elbow deep in his boyfriend.
Hair your anus. Did you ever see that meme?
It's like he's getting right. Yeah, it's like he's getting ready to go elbow deep in. No, my honorable mention is from. It may shock you. The drift away. I hate the name, by the way. Hate the name of that finisher. But Elias Sampson's finisher, I like a lot. The more I've seen him do it, the more I like it. It looks brutal. I really like that move.
Everything about him is great, except for the character.
I feel like the character's okay. I just hate how they make him say a lot of S words when he has a speech impediment. Elias Sampson. I'm like, oh god, poor guy. No, but he's got a good look. He's very physical in the ring. He looks athletic. He's fast.
Yeah.
He's really good in the ring. So I really like him as a wrestler. The gimmick, they can work on that.
Yeah, there you go.
But I love his finisher. I think his finisher is very, very impactful. So I really like it.
Okay, Rudy, honorable mention?
Shattered Dreams.
All right.
Okay.
And we all know what that is. But for those of you who don't know,
Something Rudy likes to do in his spare time, too.
get punched in the
I
testicles.
don't like to get punched in the testicles.
He likes that high heel right between the two.
God.
It's
But I mean, he
golden.
can't really do that anymore because he's down to one. So,
Yeah.
mishap.
Yeah.
It was a half a shattered dream. Okay, well, I'm still holding off on the one. Yeah, any more?
Our number ones? Or are we doing honorable mentions still?
Any more honorable mentions?
What's Mrs. Finisher?
Skull crushing finale.
Skull crushing finale. What do you guys think
Skull
about
fucking fantastic.
I'm not trying to make it.
I feel like he was a better finisher than what he had back in the day. But, I don't know. It's alright. It's just like a normal face plant
Yeah.
to me. I mean, it looks cool, but, I don't know. I feel like they should just give him something else. They let him do the figure 4 for a
You
while.
know what? Swanton. I like the Swanton.
I think it's a cool move. It's entertaining.
I liked when Jeff Hardy would like climb,
Yeah.
like 4 stories up.
Okay, so now on to our number ones.
Number 1.
For us, it's the reverse rock bottom, end of days.
I just love that move. In all honesty, I just love Baron Corbin's moveset.
Not
As a
Baron
power
Corbin.
fat. Not Baron Corbin.
Corbin's moveset.
His moveset. Because it's the perfect big man moveset.
Karen Borbin.
Yes.
Yes, Rudy.
Yes. Because it's a perfect big man moveset. The deep 6, I don't know why. It's just a normal fall away slam. Or not fall away slam. Just a normal backdrop. But he spins so fast when he does it that it just looks cool.
It does.
And he can do it to bigger guys.
Like if that was his finisher at some point, that would have been perfect too.
Yeah.
That
I would've
probably
been okay
still
with
would
that
have made
being
my
his finisher.
list.
It's the same as a running power slam
Yeah.
for Braun Strowman. It's nothing special, but it's impactful. Because it's a bigger dude doing it. And no, but the end of days is awesome. The fact he could do it to a 300+ pound person makes it even
in
better.
NXT, when you watch it, and then Rhino goes in for the spear.
The gore?
The gore.
Get it right.
My bad. Goes in for the gore, and then catches him with the end of days. I'm just like...
I was like, okay. Because that was the one question mark that whole time.
Was how big of a guy can he do it to?
Can he do it to a guy like Rhino, who's 260, 270 plus? Can he do it to a guy pushing 300? Can he do it to a 300-pounder? That may have been his best end of days, was the Rhino.
Like, to date.
Well, he's had some pretty good ones. But, no, exactly. That move just looks painful. Even though it's just a reverse rock bottom.
Yeah, gives himself it.
Yeah. But it's still cool. It looks cool. But yeah, that's my favorite. The end of days.
Rudy, your numero uno.
Number 1 is Walls of Jericho.
Boom!
That's funny.
Do I know you guys, or do I know you guys?
How can you not like that move, though? How can you not like Chris Jericho? How about that? You can't.
No.
You like
if you
Chris
don't
Jericho.
like Chris Jericho, you don't like wrestling.
If you don't like Chris Jericho, you aren't loved enough as a child. Or you're still not loved enough as a
Then
child.
you would want to look up to him as your role model.
If you don't like Chris Jericho, you're going on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too. I wish Chris Jericho was my dad. If you don't like Chris Jericho, you're a stupid idiot.
Boom.
Boom.
There's not a whole lot to say. We've talked about it before, and
We will continue to talk about him.
Yeah, I don't know how many times we've praised Chris Jericho on this podcast. I feel like every episode we mention him somehow.
he's probably sitting at home right now being like, somebody's talking about me.
But then he would always feel like that.
His ear has got to be constantly ringing.
They probably burst into flame.
We love you, Chris Jericho.
Your move was done to me by a friend of mine in grade school, and it hurt a lot.
Now, since we know that the Walls of Jericho is your favorite move, are you the Walls of Jericho now type of guy or the Lion Tamer Walls of Jericho?
I have to say the Lion Tamer, because
That was just
That one would
brutal.
hurt so much more.
I love that. I love when he did that.
I
'Cause
loved giving that to people. Tune in.
I mean,
Rudy could be next.
Rudy's next.
yeah, I'd like to see you try to lift my fat legs behind me.
Do it.
If I fart on you.
He'll still do it.
Just take it in like a bong hit.
No, you won't.
That's
You'll throw
fucking
up.
disgusting.
That is really disgusting.
That's disgusting.
If Alexa Bliss sat on your face and she said,
That's a different story. Her ass compared to yours. It's a lot of hair difference, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you were going with that, Rudy. Any situation involving that, sign him up.
Yeah.
You want to eat Cheerios out of there? Sign him up.
Grab me a bowl of milk and I'm in. I don't even need a spoon.
that's it. I
This is
got
bad.
nothing.
My mom and sister watch this. They're gonna see that and be like, "What's wrong with you?"
Oh, God.
Oh, man. We're sorry.
Well,
I'm not sorry.
Well, that's pretty much our list.
Yeah, that's our lists.
Lists.
All right, Elias. All right, Elias.
Like, okay. So next week will be a preview episode.
Yep, we'll talk about No Mercy.
No Mercy.
Hopefully, we do better on our picks third time around.
If we
not.
do worse, that means we got everything wrong.
Hey, last time we were about 50%.
We were.
If we didn't include the pre-show.
Pre-show, it's the pre-show. It doesn't count.
It's like half a point.
It's not the real pay-per-view.
No one really cares.
Didn't I win that?
No, you won NXT.
Oh, that's right.
You won TakeOver.
It's easier to win.
SummerSlam, you two tied, and I was one behind you.
It's easy to win a takeover though because there's such a small pay per view comparatively.
Rudy, you had two right.
two right.
We had one right.
Right, those were like what?
There's five matches.
We all failed. We failed more than you did.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it.
We didn't even get that C to get the degree.
We had to bring our tests home for our parents to sign. Good thing we don't have dads.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have any ink left. That pretty much sums us up. Hope you guys enjoyed our list. Let us know your top 5 in the comments below.
If you have any topics you want us to talk about, also leave them in the comments below, and we'll try and get to them next week.
Go watch my first wrestling rant that I put on this
Rudy's
very
wrestling
channel.
rants. He's wearing clothes.
He actually
I
wore
have no
pants
idea.
today. I was really happy.
Rudy, hit the button.